Hey y'all, it's T. Today I wanted to talk about working from home as an LPN or a licensed practical nurse. I have been an LPN for almost 5 years now. I'm currently working in a role as a patient care coordinator, and this is my first work from home or remote job. So just a little backstory. I said I've been a nurse. It'll be 5 years next month. I graduated August 2019, and I started out in long-term care. And my last job, I was doing COVID vaccines and COVID testing. So I actually left that job earlier this year. That was one of my favorite jobs, I will say. That was my favorite job that I had as a nurse. Probably all together in jobs, but anyway. So I know it can be kind of discouraging with the trying to look for a work from home job as a LPN. I feel like as an RN, it's a little easier. I feel like with being an RN, you know, it's more opportunity as far as jobs go. But a work from home job, that was something that I really was interested in. That's what I really wanted, and I'm like, Lord, this is what I want. So I had been applying for, you know, other jobs, and I actually had a PRN job, and I ended up leaving that job like soon after I started. And I'm like, that wasn't what I wanted, so I really don't know why I applied, why I took the job anyway. But needless to say, I know a lot of people say, hey, don't look on Indeed. You won't find a job. It's a scam, XYZ. I've gotten plenty of jobs from Indeed, and different strokes for different folks. If the good Lord wants you to find a job on Indeed, guess what? You're gonna find a job on Indeed, which is where I found this job. I was just searching, putting in application after application, and I know, like I said, specifically, I know what I wanted, and it was a work from home job, and I was looking all these other different places, and eventually I got what I wanted. So I will say I interviewed for one other work from home job. I did not get the job. So I'm not gonna say I was surprised with this job, because in all honesty, the job that I have now, I think some of the people that work in this role are not nurses, they're not healthcare, or they didn't have healthcare experience. I'm not sure if, like, going forward they decided, hey, we're only gonna hire nurses, or what happened. I'm really not sure, but I have spoke with some people, and they're like, hey, I'm not a nurse. So, and I'm like, okay, which it doesn't. The role is kind of like, once you start working the role, it makes sense as a nurse, some of the pieces that go together. So I'm not sure how a person that, you know, doesn't have healthcare experience would kind of put things together, but that's neither here nor there. What else did I want to say? I had a whole video I recorded, and then when I edited the video, it like chopped my head off. So I really don't know. But yeah, I worked long-term care to start. I worked in doctor's office. As I stated, I did COVID, flu, vaccines, COVID testing, that type of thing. So now working from home, it's good, you know, to be able to help the patients from the comfort of your own home. So of course, some of the patients don't find the program that I work for helpful, but that's another story for another day. I'm currently on my lunch break. I'm not on the clock, but some of the things that I do like about this job are that it's not a built-in schedule. Like, I know I worked from home before. I worked in the call center before. Some jobs with your schedule, it has like a built-in time for like your break time, your lunch time. So like on your phone, before you get that last call, before you go on your lunch break, you hit after call or whatever it might be, so that you don't get another call. This job, you go on break when you want to go on break. You get 2 15s and a 30 or an hour. Of course, if you do an hour, you got to stay later. doing all that. I just take my 30 minutes and get off when I'm gonna get off. As I said, you go when you want to go. So I usually try to wait like 2 hours after. Take my first 15, 2 hours after that, take my 30, and then like 2 hours after that, take my next 15. Today has definitely been a day. I started this job about a month ago. It was 2 weeks of training, and then nesting, which is they kind of put you with somebody and you listen to them take calls, and then you take some calls, of course, with their assistance. Like, they're right there listening to your conversation, so they can like send you messages in the chat, let you know what you might need to say or what you might need to do. So it's real helpful. It's just now I'm getting to the point where, of course, with call centers, it's not a call center, but things that are like phone related, it's always metrics. And that's one of the things I'm always looking at the time, like, oh my God, I've been on this call, which I know, you know, me personally, I'm like, okay, if I go over my time, I'm doing my job. I can't help it. It is what it is. But I was on a call and my head was hurting. I was like, Lord, I need to clock out for my lunch break. So that's what I did. Love the job. So far, so good. Nothing really negative to say. It's just when you're kind of trying to piece everything together when you first start, it can be a little hectic. I think that's the best word, hectic. So I like the job. Any of y'all want to know anything about working from home, or, you know, thinking about going to nursing school, feel free to leave a comment. Thank y'all for watching, and y'all have a good one.